What's up, YouTube? My name is Ian with OnlySP. Today we're going to be taking a first look at Polybridge, a bridge building simulation game by Dry Cactus. This game is in early access right now on Steam, and I think it runs for $12. It's cheap and it's fun, and let's dive right in. I am going to play the tutorial for you guys so that you get a sense of what they're looking for in this game. It's straightforward, but it gets really complicated, and I will admit that I'm terrible at it. Once it starts getting really hard, like my mind fails me. I'm not an engineer, and I don't know much about bridges, but here we go. The first bridge is a very simple bridge. We just connect segments of road across this ravine, and we send our little Vespa man across the bridge, which looks pretty floppy to me. It's almost like it's gonna break. If we sent anything heavier than that guy over that bridge, it would have broken and somebody would have drowned, which we're gonna see in this next segment. This station wagon is unfortunately not gonna make it across the bridge, but they're doing that to us on purpose. I know this. Oh no, the station wagon fell and the family is stuck in the ravine. That station wagon is heavy. Bring up the tool by pressing the space bar. The tool wheel, sorry. Once you press space, you can see that you have different materials to select from. This level is only letting us access two of those materials, road and wood, but that's okay. We're gonna reinforce this bridge by connecting a wood joint down to this bedrock here, which is a good place to put your support upon. Build your house upon the rock, not upon the sand, all that stuff. Across the station wagon goes, and it made it this time, which is great because in video games, you know, even station wagons have extra lives. Alright, once again, we're gonna start by building the road. We build the road across. Now they're not even gonna let us. Well, we could sink the station wagon. Why don't we just run the simulation? Oh, it fell into the water again. So we're gonna try. Bring up the wood tool, and you can see they're just sort of telling us exactly what to do. This is one way you can start supporting your bridges, by doing this sort of zigzag beam support. I know there's a name for it. There's got to be a name for it in like actual bridge building reality, because people do build bridges this way, and it does work. The game is based on a realistic physics engine, so everything you do is going to affect the bridge with realistic physical properties, and you're gonna have, you know, stress on the bridge and things like that based on the weight of the objects that you're sending across, and you can get really creative to minimize the stress on the bridge, build it in a very supporting way, or you can build like, you know, flimsy bridges and try to max out your stress to like 99% and just barely have whatever you're trying to get across make it, but you know, it's up to you. As always, we're gonna start with road. This is a suspension bridge. They've given us these two these just look like piles of rocks that kids made in the desert, and they don't look very secure to me, but that's fine. We're gonna build a suspension across here, and then we're gonna bring up the cable tool and start making cables. This bridge, when you see it in action, it looks really flimsy, but apparently this is a good way to start a bridge, or build a bridge. See, it's like wobbling. I'd be terrified. Like if I was driving across that bridge in that station wagon, I wouldn't be happy. 79% max joint stress. A couple more years, that bridge is going to break and people are going to die. But that's not my problem, because I'm on to the next bridge. It's time to build a drawbridge. Okay. So we build road, and then we build some wood. And they tell us exactly what to do here. We got supports down here. Let's go across. The controls are good. They could be a little bit more refined, but you just sort of have to move according to like where you are, where you start and stuff. And now we're gonna bring up the hydraulic tool, which is going to allow us to actually open the bridge and let the boat through. You can create a split joint by right-clicking on one of your joints in the road, and I think that's it. Our car is gonna go across, and the bridge is going to open up. There it goes. The boat's gonna come through, and then our Vespa man off on the far side is gonna come through as well. That's a very cutesy boat. The whole game is pretty it's pretty adorable. they've got this. All the tracks are accompanied by really just pleasant acoustic guitar tracks, and it's almost it's soothing. Like if you're really into the simulation genre and you don't want to be overburdened with complicated systems, this is a good way to spend an afternoon just messing around here. There is a sandbox mode, which I can get into in a bit, where you can actually create your own levels, and it's still in beta, the sandbox mode, but once the game actually launches on Steam, people will be able to create and share their own levels, their own puzzles, because it is a puzzle game. You have to sort of think about how you're going to get across each ravine every time. And I think what the developer is trying to do is curate the top levels, like the ones that are really successful, will be easy to see and easy to access. So there will be a community hopefully there will be a vibrant community creating levels for the game. But we're gonna keep on making bridges here. I think this is level 1. We've now exited the tutorial. Now it's your turn to support this bridge. Oh, fun. We will support the bridge. We'll give it supports down here with this wood, and then we'll just do our standard. I don't even think you need those supports down there, because you can just do this standard style bridge thing. But I want to see the difference actually between doing this with these supports down here and doing it without the supports down there. See if there's any difference at all in the stress that we put on the bridge itself. Max joint stress 57%. I'm gonna play it again, and what's nice is when you click play it again, you can just go right back into editing mode and they don't delete everything that you did. I'm gonna delete these supports. You have to sort of alt-click to delete things in the world, but I want to see, because this bridge is still gonna hold up. As you can see, the bridge is fine. I want to see if the joint stress is any different. See, it's not any different because I chose to build the bridge. I chose to put the wooden supports on top of the bridge rather than under the bridge. I'm gonna play it one more time because I want to see what they were going for by giving me these supports to work with. I think something like that, you know. Oops, I need to align that better. Yeah, there we go. And then like that, and then maybe across. This is maybe the better way to build the bridge. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a bridge builder in my life. I don't know anything about it. But this is a good way to build a bridge. Maybe it's a little bit more attractive. Aha! See? Max joint stress went down to 44%. That is the better way to build a bridge. But I wasn't paying attention to the budget last time, so who knows? This is a 10-meter simple bridge. They give you one support placed down here in the bedrock, and you have to make do with that, which I will, because I can. Yeah. It'll be fine. We can do... Oh no, I'm still building road. I need to bring up the wood tool, obviously. And sort of the same as last time. You just want to put it together like this. And that should do it. Very simple bridge. A little bit longer this time. We have to get 2 cars across. The sheep and the mountain goat on the other side are happy to see that the humans made it to their destination safely. Oh, what a day to be alive. Yet another simple bridge, a 16-meter simple bridge. Again, I want to sort of show you the difference here in what you can do. You can build a kind of a precarious bridge just by doing this standard wooden support bridge here. You don't have to use the support points down below at all. You can just do this for every simple bridge that you want to do. Now, I think there's probably a max range. I don't know how long a bridge can be and still support this kind of operation, because you can see it's sort of wobbly. Maybe the station wagon, when it comes across, will make it fall apart. No, the station wagon, it made it. But our max joint stress was 92.3%. So we're going to do that again, but we're actually going to use the supports that the game laid out for us and see what kind of results we get. Bring up the supports about that high. Oh, wait. No. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here, because I can't reach all the way up there with those. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so this is sort of a little bit more complex than the last bridge. The way we did this before, the way I did it, but I think it'll be a better bridge in the end. The people will not have to worry about falling into the ravine and dying, which is what it's all about. Bridge building, getting people from one place to another safely, without harm. And finito. Almost. Yeah, let's see if that works. Works better for us. Now, I think that bridge costs a little bit more money because we used a lot more wood. But let's look at our joint stress. We got that down about 50%, 45.8%. So I'd say it was money well spent. That's a much safer bridge. Probably going to last a lot longer. Now let's see. This is a slanted bridge. Now the way I did this, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but I do remember building like that, tapering off with that flat end there, and then I just did that sort of wood support bridge, but at an angle, which isn't the prettiest way to do it, probably. There's got to be, you know, some really fancy, like perfect way to do this that I just don't know about. But this is the way I'm doing it, so deal with it, YouTube. Yeah, and it works. Like that's a good way to do it. Max joint stress was 63%, so it's not too bad. That's basically the game, and that's where I'm gonna stop doing the levels. I will jump into the sandbox, which from the main menu you can see here you've got your campaign, you've got your sandbox, and then you got your Steam Workshop. When it's up and running, like when you're actually online in the game, the Steam Workshop will obviously have levels for you to explore that people have done for you, or people have made, and you can, in the sandbox, once you get in here, you can make your own level. It's really simple. The controls are really intuitive. You just click and drag things. Like you can put your make the ravine as far or as near as you want it to be, the end, and then you can add things to the world, like rocks in the river for supports, ramps that you can do, because sometimes you need a ramp to get going, and then you build a jump or something like that. You can go into the building view, start to add things, switch to creator mode, back again, and it's pretty cool. Like I can see people doing a lot of interesting things with the build mode, creating really interesting puzzles for the community to download and take on for themselves. So there's a lot of potential there, I would say. But yeah, this is Polybridge in early access right now on Steam, running for about $12. And this has been Only SP First Look Gameplay Demo. My name is Ian. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check out our Patreon campaign. All that stuff helps us out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.